Hello, and welcome to Kore. Dialog tasks are a rich and easy way to communicate with a customer. There are many different ways in which you can use a dialog task, and today we'll be talking about how we can make the dialog task even more rich and advanced. We'll go over the basics and eventually push deeper into the advanced side of dialog tasks. To create a dialog task, go to the Bot Tasks tab and click on the plus sign next to Dialog Task. The naming convention is very important when it comes to dialog tasks, and you should always start with a verb. For example, for a task that would show a user's account balance, the task name should be Get Account Balance or Show Account Balance. Also, make sure you don't add any pronouns such as Get My Account Balance, and always use the present tense of verbs to avoid confusion. Now, add a description of what the task should be able to do. We could write something like get a user's account balance, but you can put anything you like here. After this, you will be presented with an entirely new screen that will be blank. This will be your conversational canvas. You can now add simple messages, ask the user yes or no questions under confirmations, ask the user for more information using entities, add service requests from APIs using service, define a response using script, run an existing dialog inside of your current dialog using dialog task, create a webhook for a certain SDK using webhook, point the user to an entirely separate intent using intent, or have the user speak to a live operator using agent transfer. Now, let's work on a quick example. Making a payment is a common task used in banking bots, so let's try creating that user experience. First, start with adding a dialog task. Let's name it something simple under the task naming guidelines. Make Payment is a simple and effective name for this task. Let's add a quick description such as make a payment from a user's account. Now, if the bot had a banking backend, we could use a service call to get the current user's information and confirm that is them. But for the purposes of this bot, we will skip that and go straight to the conversation flow. Let's ask the user how much they would like to pay. To do this, add an entity, which we will name Payment Amount. When you use the entity node, you can choose what type of value the user will give to the bot. So in this case, we can either use the number value type or the quantity value type. Let's just choose the number value type for now. Under the user prompts, let's add a prompt such as, how much would you like to pay? We will now use a confirmation node to confirm with the user that they would like to make a payment to their default account. Let's name this Confirm Payment. Let's make the user prompt, are you sure you'd like to make this payment? To have the user be presented with buttons that say yes and no, click the Yes, Use Channel Specific Standard Formatting button under Display Confirmation Options. Now to show the user that the action has been completed, let's create a message node and tell them that the payment has been successfully processed. Let's name this Payment Completed. Here we'll simply tell the user that their payment has been completed and ask them if they have any other questions in a message after this. A very important feature on our platform is Hold and Resume. This feature allows the user to go through a dialog task with the bot, pause the current dialog to enter another dialog, then go back to the original dialog. As an example, say I want to make a payment, but just as I ask the bot to make a payment, I realize I might not have sufficient funds in my account. And just as the bot answers with how much would you like to pay, I tell it to show me my account balance first. It goes ahead and pauses the make a payment intent to show me my current balance. Then it jumps right back into making a payment, asking me again how much I would like to pay. This can always be switched on or off, going to Settings, Advanced Settings, then allow Hold and Resume. When you create a bot, Hold and Resume will be turned on by default. Now let's talk about subintents. So say the user is making a payment and the bot collects all the information from the user, then at the end, the bot tells the user that a standard transfer will take about 3 days to transfer to another user. The user wants the transfer to be instant, so they tell the bot, how do I transfer this instantly? And this will trigger a subintent. All you have to do is make a new intent node and call it Instant Transfer. And we will ask the user whether or not they want to pay an extra $1 to perform an instant transfer rather than a standard transfer. If the user says yes, we will take them to a separate confirmation that tells the user they are paying the original payment amount plus the instant transfer fee. If they decline, we can take them back to the original confirmation.